This is Respectfully Outrageous with Nathan and Ben.
Today we'll be talking about division predictions.
Hope you enjoy. Prediction video. Today, in this one, we are doing the NFC South. And we have the Panthers, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Buccaneers.
Well, you don't have to list the last one, but okay. Okay, let's
yes,
be
the
honest.
Buccaneers are still in the division, Ben.
Okay.
They're still a team.
Are they, though?
Anyway.
Are they?
We'll get to that. I'm going to start with my predictions. I have the Buccaneers in last place. No surprise here. I think they do win 6 games, though. I do like Bruce Arians as the head coach. I do like that move. I mean, they still have Mike Evans.
And O.J. Howard.
And Cameron Brate. I mean, they just have...
Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
They have nice pieces, but they're just pieces.
I just think they're a 6-win team. Just gut feeling says they're a 6-win team.
Okay.
Jameis is a 6-win quarterback. I think he's a 6-win quarterback and a 10-loss quarterback. So, I mean, he can sling it. I'll tell you that right. I mean, he can
throw it.
He can throw it around, but he can also give it to the other team.
Yep.
So that's why I have them going 6-10. Now, much to your chagrin, I'm sure I have the Panthers at third. I have them going 7-9.
Okay, yeah, right around. Right.
I don't know. I don't think Cam's the answer. He's had his window. I don't think it's
After
really
what's going on this month, I would agree with you.
I really just don't like the direction they're heading. Christian McCaffrey's great.
Yeah.
He's a great running back. I like his style. His versatility out the backfield's great. DJ Moore will progress, obviously. Mm-hmm. And they got Gerald McCoy, which is nice veteran leadership on the line, too. So that's pretty good. But it's Cam Newton at the helm. I don't like this team winning big games, so I have them going 7-9.
Okay. I'm not going to... I mean, you were spot on. It hurt. But it's real.
Yeah.
They don't win big games as of last year. They won a good one in Philadelphia. They have talent. It's just their talent is restrained by who the quarterback is right now. Mm-hmm. The problem is Cam looked great for some games. And then what happened? That is Cam for you. Cam will look great. Cam will make really nice throws. Cam will make incredible plays. You will go, no one else can do that. And then you will see him miss game-winning touchdown passes and go, no one else would miss that.
Yep.
That's Cam.
That's Cam Newton. Anyway, so I got the Panthers at third place. Mm-hmm. And then I have the Falcons in second place. At a 10-6 record. I feel like it's kind of a bounce back year for them, with Devontae Freeman coming back from injury. Yep. No Tevin Coleman to split the role anymore. Smith, their running back that they just drafted last year, is pretty good.
Ito Smith?
Yeah, Ito Smith. He did a nice job of filling in. I also like their draft this year. They went 2 offensive linemen in the draft this year. I mean, you look at the receiving core. They got Julio, Calvin Ridley, and Mohamed Sanu.
Yep.
That is arguably one of the best in the league.
Who's got one better?
Honestly, that's a good question.
You got the best receiver in the league.
I don't know if Julio's the best receiver in the league.
When he wants to be, he is.
He is top 5 in the league.
Right.
I mean, you've got Julio, you've got Calvin Ridley, who's phenomenal out of the slot, and we saw him with big plays capability last year. Mm-hmm. And Mohamed Sanu you always forget about him.
Right.
And then he's there and he scores.
Right.
Like, I mean, he's the guy that you forget about and he makes you pay.
Well, he's the guy you have to forget about.
Well, exactly, because you got Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. And you're also covering Freeman out of the backfield.
Yeah, and then you have Hooper.
Exactly. It's just, I mean, I look at this Falcons, and I think this is a good year for them to kind of bounce back, really kind of get out of that Super Bowl hangover they had.
Yep.
Obviously, I don't like them as much without Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan made this Falcons team who they were. The identity when they went to the Super Bowl, that was
Kyle Shanahan took them to the Super Bowl, not Dan Quinn. Let's make sure people know that.
No, I didn't say Dan Quinn did, but I'm saying it's not the same team, but I think they're showing strides of going back there. With Vic Beasley, I think Trufont's coming back from that injury. Kuanu Neal, he's really good.
Yeah.
Who's the pass rusher?
Takk McKinley.
Well, they got him,
Brady
but
Jarrett.
Deion Jones?
He's a middle linebacker. No, he's a middle linebacker.
Yeah, but he's on the Falcons, right?
Yeah, he's on the
he's really good, too. I mean, I feel like they got good pieces, and I think this is it, especially with the Panthers and the Bucs, that division.
Okay.
That's nearly, I think, 3 guaranteed wins. 3.
I'll give you 3. They're not going to sweep the Panthers. Okay,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
they
the
can't go to
Panthers.
Charlotte.
Panthers will win at home.
Panthers might win at home or will win in the
Yep.
ATL. One of the two. They're not going to get selected.
Anyway, so I have them 10-6. And then winning the division, I have the New Orleans Saints at a 12-4.
Yeah.
I like this sitting. I think the Saints coming into this year is the best team in the NFC. They're on a roll. I don't know if they're. Let me say that. I don't know if they're the best team, but they're stacked.
Yeah,
I mean,
they are.
you got out. I mean, and now it's all Kamara. No more Ingram. And even when Ingram was suspended, Kamara was really going off.
Yeah.
So I mean, Drew Brees is still. He's still putting out monster stats. I mean, not monster stats, but he's still putting out Drew Brees numbers. Alvin Kamara's great. Michael Thomas, great receiver. I put him in my top 5 in the league as well.
Keep flexing, Mike. Keep flexing.
He's very good. Taysom Hill, I mean, he just shows up in random places and you have no idea what to do.
Okay.
I like him. Their defense, I feel like, is going to take a step up from last year because they kind of regressed last year.
Hopefully.
But I just like them also in this division. I really like the Saints in this division winning that. So, what do you have, sir?
Okay, let's get into this. We have the Buccaneers at the bottom because they don't have
Obviously.
they don't have enough help. I like Bruce Arians, but he's been out of coaching for a year.
Yep.
Jameis Winston is not the Jameis Winston from Florida State that we saw. So, Bucs will win 4 games.
4-12.
They're gonna win. I mean, they can't beat the Saints twice. They don't have a Ryan Fitzpatrick to give them one this year. So, I have them going 4-12. I like some pieces, but I don't like their quarterback. I think their head coach is a little bit over his head right now.
All right.
Next, I have the Falcons winning 7 games.
Really?
It's a big jump up.
7 games? You have them going 7
7 and
You
9.
have them 3rd in the division?
Yeah.
You have the Panthers over the Falcons?
Yes.
Why?
Defense.
The Panthers' defense?
Panthers defense.
The Falcons' defense is stellar.
Was it healthy last season?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Exactly. They're coming back. They're full.
You can't play when you're in the tub.
Fair point. But they're all healthy
How are you
right
supposed
now.
to cover people when you're in an ice bath?
I mean, we're making predictions based on this year, not last year.
Right. Yeah, last year.
All right, continue.
I like Matt Ryan. I like where the Falcons are going to go. And I agree with you. They're going to be better this year. I mean, 7-9. But Atlanta's going to have some Atlanta games. When you say better, I would agree with you. I think they're going to have some games where they're going to beat better teams. But I don't think they'll manage to string them along.
Okay.
So I think they'll win like maybe 2 or 3 and they'll look really good. And then they'll take a bad loss to somebody. Mm-hmm. And then they'll stuff like that. Traditional Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
They'll look really, really good. Have a Julio 280-yard game. And then have Julio go for 15 yards and no touchdowns.
Yep.
Fantasy owners know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
So, I have them 7-9. I have Carolina 8-8 because they are mediocre. I mean, they're good defensively, but offensively, let's just roll the dice. Let's roll the dice. Let's do that. Because you don't know what Cam you're going to get. Christian's not going to go off for 200 yards rushing every week. It's not feasible.
Yeah.
You can't have 180 yards rushing, 160 yards receiving a week. It's just not feasible.
Right.
I think he's the second best back in this division. I mean, it's not really a hard title to take. Besides, Freeman's no joke.
Yeah.
But I think DJ Moore is going to be good. I think the problem for the Carolina Panthers is the fact that Greg Olsen is not the elite receiving tight end.
Right. Yep.
I think they're going to try to be kind of do what they always do. Well, Cam got hurt, so we're not going to run Cam. We're going to have Cam just throw and not run. And then you're going to call plays, and then everyone knows you're not going to run Cam, and then you have to force Cam, and then you're back to what you're doing. And they're going to stutter for a couple games. So I think if they play at their best, they could be better than 8-8. So if they're at their best, they'd be better than 8-8. And if they're at their worst, they'd be worse than 8-8. And they'll average out to be 8-8.
Okay.
So I think they're either a really good team that just gets some bad losses, or they're a bad team that overachieves and gets to 8-8.
Okay.
I don't know how I see the Panthers. And I think their defense with Brian Burns and Gerald McCoy, thank you, Tampa Bay. Thank you. Will improve. But yeah, I have the Panthers at 8-8.
Okay.
Fringe wild card depends on how everyone's record plays out. I have the Saints going 13-3, 12-4.
Powerhouse.
Because they're at home. They have the division.
Yep.
They have the dome. The problem is, I don't like what I saw from Drew Brees down the stretch. It scared me.
Yeah.
Not that as scared me as a Panthers fan saying he's throwing 500 yards, saying to me, why are you getting picked off on the first play of the game?
Right.
I'm not saying it's over. His arm is done. He's going to fall off a cliff. I'm not Max Kellerman. I'm not going to say that. He's not going to fall off a cliff. But I think the Saints need to change how they play football offensively.
Okay.
They can no longer rely on 450-yard performances.
Well, and they started to get away from that, too,
Yeah.
I feel like. They started to move. Drew Brees wasn't the 5,000 passing yard machine that we have seen.
Which is good, but they have to, I think...
They got to keep moving in
They
that
got
direction,
caught in transition in the NFC Championship game, and they got exposed. Because they couldn't quite rely on
Stick to their
Kamara
identity.
and Ingram and power running with Drew Brees and Michael Thomas, but they couldn't go back to what they were, and they got caught, and then they got beat.
Okay.
And they didn't help by the referees. So I think if they commit from the season's beginning to realize, okay, Drew Brees can still play at an elite level. He's still an elite quarterback. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's a great person. I can go on and on for hours about the accolades of Drew Brees. But the point is, he is all that. But right now, you have to realize what's best for this team is to feed Mark Ingram. Not Mark Ingram. He's in Baltimore. Is to feed Alvin Kamara and rely on this defense and Michael Thomas. And I think the Saints will do that. They will be a more defensive-oriented team. They're not going to put up 40 points a game. I think they'll put up like 28, 30. They're not going to be the highest scoring.
Right.
But they'll be going to be good. I think Breeze will look different than he has in previous years. But I still think the Saints are the best team in the division. They will beat up on everybody else. And I think the Falcons, the Panthers will play them tough. But 12-4.
Yes, I mean, we're kind of similar again, but I think the Falcons are going to be better than you think they are. Which
I just don't. I think the Falcons are going to be really good. I just don't think they're going to be consistently good.
You don't. Okay, that makes sense. You don't think they're going to make the momentum.
Kind of like the Packers. I think they're going to be when they're really good and when they really play well.
Right.
They are just. The Falcons are like Julio. He can be really good, but is he always really good?
Right. I guess
it's kind of like the Steelers in the sense that they have the talent, they have the coach, they have the place, they have the fans, but can they string it together?
Right. All right. Well, that concludes our NFC South. We both have the Saints winning.
Yes.
Bucks in last place. So that's the consensus, I think, there on the NFC South.
We just disagree on where Atlanta will be and what
they
will do.
Right, exactly. So, we'll see how it ends up. I think they'll be better. Ben thinks they'll be worse in the momentum strings. So, that's what we have, and we will continue with our division predictions. Thanks for watching.